you are Mr. or Mrs. Fixer. Even when you really know that you need support, you can't ask.
You have stretched yourself. You have bent and broke your back. You run for people who crawl for you. You become an ambulance.
Oh my God.
Yes.
The fact that you've been broken by 2-3 men, that does not qualify. Men are dogs.
Yeah.
Hello, my peoples. Welcome back again to our channel. And I must say that I'm very excited. Yeah?
Tell us about it.
How people have given us a lot of support.
Yes.
Are you not excited?
I am.
You can welcome them also.
Yeah. All right, so let me welcome you again. We have our great counselor, Becky Gitau. So thank you so much for returning subscribers. For the new subscribers, thank you so much. We do this every single week. At least a week we upload 2 videos, right?
Yes.
And we have done a very interesting one. So before we post even the one that we're about to do right now, we are going to post the other one.
Yes.
And don't be left behind. We have done so many videos that are going to help you, not only making awareness, but also telling you what are you going to do. So today we have another conversation, beautiful conversation. We decided to do things differently. That's why you're seeing us in a very beautiful dining table taking breakfast.
What did you call it? Chit
chat. I almost shoved.
Hey, me, I don't want to display my ignorance. So let me not even mention that.
Even if you need the grace is
chit chat.
So karibuni sana. So go back to you.
Thank you so much, guys. And like you, Hannah have said, today we are having just a conversation, and this conversation we are building from a previous conversation, and where we said marriage is not a scam, and this conversation is targeting everybody and also young people, so that they can understand where we make mistakes and we can rectify, because like I told you, Hannah, we have very many beautiful marriages. So I need you keep advocating for marriage works, because I know young people have concluded it's a scam. Marriage is not a scam. Trust me. But because of how we prepare ourselves to get to marriage, those are the things that are scam. People are scam because they are not ready for marriage and they are not ready to do work. We just enter marriage with emotions. And that's why we did the previous video. I hope you get time, because this will be looking at some of the traumas and red flags that you need to work on, so that even when you are attracting and you're sending yourself out there, you know that you are ready.
Exactly.
And we said the age of marriage is, are you ready for responsibility? Have you looked at the 4 aspects of life?
Yes.
Are you ready mentally? Are you ready physically? You're okay with yourself? Are you ready spiritually? You and your creator, you have a relationship. And how is it? Because it plays a big part.
Very big.
Are you ready financially? And this one, I have to remind my girls, days are gone where you just go to a marriage where you being rescued from poverty. You're sharing your voice. And I said, work well to an extent. You're going there as a brand.
Wow.
Okay? I know when I say brand, people think I'm talking about you yourself. You know, when you have healed the 4 aspects, you are brand by yourself. And someone will buy that brand. How packaged are you?
Wow.
If you're not packaged properly, you'll attract the nayers, the sayers. Then you'll start complaining that marriage is a scam and all that. So today, Hannah, I want we look at trauma, because you said in the last video that childhood trauma contribute to our relationship and even to the partners that we attract. And I want to, first of all, like I'll go a checklist, different checklists, and I want someone who is listening to me, and even you, you tell me. For example, are you the kind of a person who you don't want to ask for support because you feel like asking or depending with other people is not safe? You want to fix everything. Okay? And I want someone to reflect, because these are some of the things that can tell you that you have childhood trauma. Okay? You know, you are Mr. or Mrs. Fixer. Even when you really know that you need support, you can't ask. You want to make sure everything breaking, you're the one fixing. And now with that, when you get to a relationship, you will fix even things that you're not supposed to fix. Then you get tired. Like you don't know how to ask, because maybe even when you are growing up, you are either made a parentified child, like you are made a parent when too early. Like even your parents were absent. So, and this also goes to firstborn. So you were made to believe you're the one to take care of your children. Maybe you're even 4 years old or 5. And your brother is 2, 3, 1. But you're the one. And so even emotionally, everybody treated you like an adult. So you grew knowing that, first of all, you should not express your emotions. You are okay. Asking for help is a big no. So are you that kind of a person? Okay? The other thing that you need to check, if this is you, you should be seeing Hannah.
They should come.
You always try to make other people's needs and interest before you. Like you can do anything for people. You can break your values. You can break your boundaries. Saying no becomes an issue. As long as, because you want to make everybody happy at your cost. You even forget your needs, your interests. You know why? As you are growing up, your needs were not met. So you think, and because your parents also trained you that you need to, for you to get to have that love, like you need to work for it. It can't come automatically. So you try every time to buy people by doing things for them. And you even forget. Then later on, you become so overwhelmed and guilty and all that. Now look at it in a relationship. When you go like this in a relationship, you forget your feelings, your needs. So you will always be stepping in to your partner. Then later on you're tired, and because you showed your partner, him or her, that you don't have needs, you are emotionally numb. Then when you complain, because you even don't know what to complain, you're tired, becomes a big fight, source of conflict. Do you think that is something you have seen or heard?
Yes. as you sip. Yeah, that's something that I've seen and heard. And it's there. Honestly, it is. The people pleasers. Yeah, you feel bad saying no. And actually, if you say yes to something you're supposed to say no to, after you become very guilty. Because you have stretched yourself, you have bent and broke your back, you run for people who crawl for you, you become an ambulance.
Oh my God.
Yes. That's the people pleaser. You know, you give and give and give, and you see at the end of the day, after you give everything and you're not receiving anything in return, you become empty. And something that's empty is very painful. The same way I'll have maybe a bruise on my hand, the medication the doctor is going to give you, it's applying it. And actually even advised, make sure it doesn't dry up. Why? Because it's very painful. Yeah. So now it becomes so painful because you have given up everything. You have rent for people who are crawling and taking those baby steps for you. People who can't even go a single step for you. And then now at the end of the day, you're drained, you're frustrated, you're irritated, you're in pain because you're empty and you have nothing else to give. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So yeah, it happens. And I know so many people will take. Yes.
Now, in a relationship, how it affects also relationship, because you are the ambulance, like you've put it.
Yes.
Now you come, you break boundaries, you give until you are empty.
Good.
You forget yourself. Now, you can't even function in that relationship because you've given everything.
Yes.
You are now empty. Now your partner will even start cheating out there.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
You are empty.
You are empty.
Yeah.
And that's why you hear people becoming depressed to an extent of committing suicide.
Yes.
Because they are empty.
Exactly.
Are you saying?
Yeah, I can.
Number 3 is that you seem emotional distance and you act like you don't care or you have no feelings. As much as you know you have feelings, because when you are young, when you tried to show feelings, to cry, to do what, you were told to keep quiet. Your feelings were shut. You can't express. So as much as you know there is something, you try to be emotionally numb.
Okay.
Even when you are done something, I don't care. As long as we are eating, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because showing feelings for you is not safe. Because that's what you learned.
Yeah.
That it's not safe. The other thing is that you find it hard to trust people.
Wow.
You know? And because you grew without trusting, as much as you want to form a relationship. And that's, I think, where you said you join a relationship immediately, very fast.
Yeah.
Give yourself very fast. But as fast as you've come, as that is how fast you withdraw.
Exactly.
Because you fear to be hurt, because you know when you trust people, you'll be hurt.
Yeah.
So you fear to be hurt. And anything you see like looking like it sometimes it's even in your head. You don't want to be hurt.
Wow.
You run very fast. And the other one is you're very hard on yourself. You secretly criticize yourself other than being kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Now imagine getting into that relationship with that insecurity, criticizing yourself. You know what happens? Is that every time you will be feeling like you're lesser of a person. So when you are dating, you feel like anyone saying I love you, like it's heaven.
Yeah.
You are into it. So you always find long people in your relationship because you are not comfortable with yourself. You feel like you are second class. And so the partner is like amekuhurumia. I don't know what is that in English. Like you're not an equal partner. I don't know whether that's a better English.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that you need to check, especially when you are ready for a relationship. If this is you, trust me, you need to get help immediately. It is going to affect your relationship. What do you think?
Wow, that's wonderful. And actually, when you were saying all that, I remember there was a podcast I watched just the other time. And that lady said that I am not a victim of any toxic marriage because she had 2 failed marriages. But she's the reason why those 2 good men left. And I was curious, okay, how did she make them leave? Those are the things you've mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah. And she said that she was all over the husband. Whenever the husband will go out and hang out with the boys, the wife will be like, where did you go? Why are you late? Such kind of things. Again, she wouldn't allow the husband, that peace that's there in a relationship. She wouldn't allow that because she was used to chaos. So every time you'll find her coming up with issues just to see whether the husband is still interested with her. And again, she was very quick to leave. So one small thing, so she used to say all those things just to see, are you still with me, or I can just exit, And she also said a very important thing that she kept asking, do you still love me? There's a very big difference to ask, do you still love me, or do you love me? Do you still love me is a very big question. So it's like you're questioning. And the husband felt, you're choking me. I don't have any space to breathe. So she was like, I'm not a victim of two failed. I'm not a victim of toxic marriage. I'm the reason why those two good men left.
I like that lady because so many people want to blame everything.
Exactly.
Even when those two relationship fails, you don't sit down and ask yourself, what could be my problem? And that's why we are here telling you, maybe you are going through this. And I also look at that lady, she was empty.
Exactly.
If you grew with emotional, unavailable parents, you are empty.
Exactly.
So you need someone to keep holding your emotions like this. That's why, do you still love me? You didn't say
you love me.
Then you come. Did you? And I'll show you people who are empty how they behave.
Yeah.
You didn't say we finished a call and you didn't say you love me. Like you need the assurance every now and then.
Yes.
Because empty, it's you depend. It's your partner becomes your life support machine.
Imagine.
In case he's late or she's late, it's like, oh, she's sick other people. She's sick other people. No, you become so toxic even to yourself.
Exactly.
You are so overwhelmed.
You don't even have your own life to live.
Your life surrounds, like emotionally, you're so dependent. Do you know you get to a level, you see, like, for example, I see even when we get to a level of now your husband is moving out, like he's not there emotionally, because you can't be by yourself, you start depending with your children emotionally.
Good.
We've seen even so many women. You see these women who says, my munchkin, my son, my everything. Emotionally, they are very empty.
They are,
because they don't want those boys. That's why you're seeing we have a lot of issues with boys.
Yes.
My son is away. He has been away for many years. Like when he went to college out of the country, he was very young. And had to work on myself. Because I almost developed blood pressure.
Tell us about it.
And that's when I realized, I think emotionally I depend on this guy.
Oh my.
You even share with our kids things that we shouldn't be sharing. Because emotionally you are empty. Things that you should be sharing with your husband, you share with your son. And so when I learned that emotionally I need to be independent, I would even finish a week without talking. Even now he's away, and I think we talked last week, and I don't feel anything. He's an adult. He's 26 years old.
Yes.
He should pave his way. And that is what we say sometimes. We even, because emotionally we are empty. We make our children, we depend on them emotionally. We even make them depend on us. So now you can see, when that boy becomes a man, well, he's also looking for a woman to depend on emotion.
It's a roller coaster.
Now, the other thing I want to check yourself that can help you know that let's say you are in a relationship with your boyfriend or your partner. But in every argument, in a relationship, there are arguments. Trust me.
They are.
But for you, if you're the kind of a person in every argument, all you want is a breakup, that's trauma.
Wow.
You're not ready to face, let's have a conversation. Or you say, let's break up. You know? Because your brain tells you, now, they are leaving me. You know?
You become anxious.
So you want to be the first one to break it up. Let's break up. I'm sure you have had such things. And if they don't reply your message,
why?
Immediately. Hey, utapashwa.
Yeah.
Can we break up? Because they depend on that.
Yeah.
So you are emotionally depending on that, you know? And sometimes even you call them and they are away. For example, the phone, like now if you call me, since I don't know what time, my phone will have been away.
Yeah.
But now if my partner is not strong emotionally, immediately they start thinking, did we have an argument yesterday? Why are they not picking my call?
Yeah.
Then you stay like 2 hours. Oh, they're not interested with me. You stay, have a day.
Yeah.
Oh, now I know they're seeing
someone else.
There must be someone else they're seeing. By the time we get to 2 p.m., the things I will say, by the time I am coming back to my phone, for example, me, my work, I hardly pick my phone.
Yes.
Because of my nature of job.
Good, yeah.
So by the time I sit down to check, I even see other clients, they even don't know me. I wrote you, I was up, you never replied. And I'm like, okay, first understand my nature of job.
Yeah.
And I don't have to reply immediately. I'm not an abundance.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I have to stop what.
Yes.
Even sometimes as therapists, we feel like we want to save the world. No. Someone is saying they want to commit suicide. Like yesterday, somebody called me, wrote to me, and I said, I'm in a meeting. I'm in church. Yeah. I should leave church, and I'm speaking, go speak. And then the next moment, they are writing, oh, we wanted her to rescue. She never rescued. Somebody wanted to commit suicide. Yeah. And if you're not strong as a therapist, you may blame yourself. I tell therapists, you are not an ambulance.
I actually blamed myself on one instance. And I think you know about it. Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes. I remember. Yeah. I remember.
I blamed myself.
If you need to get to a level of, you are not Jesus Christ.
Yes.
You cannot save the world.
Yeah, sure.
Where necessary. And now, imagine if your partner is that emotionally empty.
Oh my. Chaos.
Chaos over chaos.
Yeah.
And then later on, you start feeling guilty for the things that you have written. Why did so? You see, it's trauma. It's trauma, and it's very important that we need to heal to get to a level where you can wait.
Yeah.
But now, the relationship needs a lot of patience.
Yes.
That's why I said the reason why we call marriage scam because we haven't worked on ourselves.
Exactly.
We haven't. I want to ask other question. Allow me, because of time, to ask another question. I had so many questions.
Yeah.
My book is full.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see you're saving a lot of lives. Huh?
Okay. So the other question I want you to ask yourself, why you need this trauma therapy. Yeah. Do you keep attracting emotionally unavailable people?
Wow.
And then instead of looking at yourself, you start looking at who to bring. All men are dogs. All women are
gold diggers.
Okay. How many men did you try? And who told you to try all the men in the world?
Yeah.
How many women? I ask young men, how many women did you try? So we need to stop the blaming. The fact that you've been broken by 2-3 men, that does not qualify men are dogs. The fact that you've been broken by 2-3 women, it's because you attract men or women who are emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with the other person. It is you because of trauma, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
The other question I want you to ask yourself together with the questions, do you fall in love too quickly? Too quickly. But the same, you cut people off too quickly.
It's not.
Then, do you find yourself sabotaging the relationships? Okay? Do you also accept service level relationship? I've flirted with you. Immediately, we are a thing. It was a flattery. And in your head, because there's something that you're looking for, immediately after that flattery, it's like, hi, when can we meet? You know, you push me, we meet. And then after our second meeting, because I paid coffee, or I took you for a drink, you start thinking we are a thing. Do you know, even making love with someone, you're not a thing? You know?
Yeah.
So you and that's the other I wanted to say. And do you give yourself sexually too fast? And then you start complaining. They used me and left me. Trust me, nobody used you.
You used yourself.
You gave yourself willingly, like a living sacrifice.
Okay.
Like a living
sacrifice.
Nobody used you.
What?
So that tells you that you were abandoned emotionally when you were growing up. So you are recreating what is familiar in your head. The chaos that are so familiar is what you keep recreating in the relationship. So there is that small boy, there's that small girl who was not heard or seen as you are growing up. So you want someone to hold your heart every now and then. And that's why a flattering and someone saying, can you come to my house? And you take yourself and you give out yourself, then you start complaining. Because that girl is looking for someone to hear and to see them. And so that now time doesn't go, then you become a wreck and all that. You need to deal with that trauma. What do you think, Hannah?
I'm learning a lot. Yes.
So will you stop giving?
Yes, way too early. And as a living sacrifice, I'll stop. Wow.
And we see even these red flags, Hannah, but we assume because of our trauma. For example, I was asking some people somewhere, you have this person who tells you they're in love with you and you're dating, but they take 2 days, 3 days without talking to you. Is that not enough red flag?
It is.
But we pretend.
Maybe they're busy.
Yes, exactly. They are, because you are a backup plan. Even if they are working for the president, they have time to go to the toilet.
Exactly.
And ask you how you are. If they really want you. But because of trauma, remember, you were emotionally abandoned. All you want to see, when they come and give you that excuse, you are not ready to look at the pattern. You only want to hear. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to hear.
I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah.
I'm so busy.
They reappear, disappear. And you still.
And inconsistency.
Yes, there's a lot of inconsistency.
One time very hot. The other time very cold. And lukewarm as well. Okay.
And then they shout at you. And then they tell you they were angry. Are they not enough red flags?
They are.
Then one time you're going to a hotel and they're shouting at the waiter, almost slapping them. Don't you think you're the next? When you get to the... But you still don't want to see the pattern. Because your trauma cannot allow you to see the pattern. You know?
Yeah.
Then they break up and then they come back. You know? They start isolating you slowly. And they don't tell you don't. They started, our relationship, the problem is your friends.
Yeah.
If your friends, yeah.
My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Okay.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So we see all those red flags and we pretend we didn't see. And because we fear being abandoned. We fear being abandoned. Please, it's time to look for help. It's time to look for therapy, because that trauma will cause you a lot. Will cause you become a version that you don't want. Will make you attract emotionally unavailable people. Then you blame this marriage. Now, Hannah, up to that point, do you still believe marriage is a scam or it's people?
Marriage is not a scam. It's people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I agree with that 100%.
All right.
Yeah.
Your parting shot?
Hey, if you're in that toxic relationship and you're unable to leave, you can see the red flags, but because of those fears, you cannot be able to leave. My parting shot will be, get to ask yourself, what are my fears? Because you see, if you address them, you're like, okay, maybe I'm afraid of staying alone. Maybe I'm afraid people are going to laugh at me. Maybe I'm afraid what are people going to say about me. Immediately you're aware of those, those fears and the traumas. You're able to be aware of yourself and also to know your worth and live. Okay? That topic was a deep one, and I was actually even reflecting and internalizing and naming. So it's good to know who you are, know your worth. That's my parting shot. Know who you are, know your worth.
Yeah. A healed person is a healthy person.
Wow.
A healed person
is a healthy person.
And until next time, make sure that you have subscribed if you haven't, because we keep uploading new videos as Hannah alluded, and we love you and keep it here for new videos every now and then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.